hell out there, falls.
As you've figured out by now, killers in stories have a real hard time staying dead, and Freddy's no different. So here's Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
We got special work to do here, you and me.
So we meet Jesse, a teenage boy who's just moved into Nancy's old house on Elm Street.
Some chick was locked in there by her mother and she went crazy.
And even though he drives to school every day with a girl who likes him, he has a nightmare about being a vitamin-deficient loser on a bus that all the girls make fun of. But the girls might not like him because he's the type of guy that uses them as a human shield when Freddy takes over the bus and tries to kill him.
What that boy needs is a good goddamn kick in the butt.
But he wakes up just in time and thinks that he's been having nightmares because his dad is too lazy to fix the AC.
Just needs a shot of Freon.
But if that's all it needs, why the hell would he let his family suffer?
Shit, you can tell your old man he's a real chump.
But he seems to resent his son because he's just as lazy as he is and yells at him for not unpacking his room already.
How do you like that, man?
Then Lisa shows up to his house to get a ride from him, and now he doesn't have to listen to his dad being a hypocrite anymore.
Nobody likes a smart ass, buddy boy.
At school, he gets hit in the head with a baseball because he was checking out Lisa instead of paying attention. Then the guy that hit him, Grady, pulls his pants down and they fight. So they get punished with a shit ton of push-ups or really weird planks or whatever this is that they're doing.
How the fuck do I know?
In the locker room, Grady tells him about Nancy, but his version has her going crazy after witnessing Glenn's death.
I'm crazy after all.
But Jesse still thinks he's fucking with him. And that night, Freddy talks to Jesse and says that he needs his help.
You've got the body, I've got the brain.
Why would Freddy need Jesse's help if he can kill people in their dreams?
I don't know. Maybe Nancy handicapped him in the last story or something. And maybe now he can only scare him or some crap. Or maybe now he's trapped in the house and can only affect Jesse.
He likes pretty boys like you.
But the next day at school, Jesse falls asleep in class, so someone puts the class snake on him. And he wakes up screaming, and the teacher blames him instead of wondering why someone would scream if they got it out themselves.
We'll pay attention next time.
And that night, Jesse calls Lisa to go out, and then he's told he can't because his lazy ass didn't unpack yet. So Lisa shows up while he's dancing around like an idiot when he's supposed to be hurrying up to meet her.
Just killing time?
She helps him unpack, and she finds Nancy's old diary where she wrote about Freddy.
But that part of me that wants him forces me to. That's when I want to go to him.
So now Jesse's freaked out that he's having the same dreams as a confirmed nut job.
There's something wrong with you. You're imagining things.
That night, he wakes up to see a bunch of his crap melting from the heat, so he puts on sweats and goes wandering into the basement where he finds Freddy's glove. And Freddy tells him to kill for him. And when he tells Lisa, she thinks he's psychic and invites him to a party she's having.
What do I have to do to make you understand me?
And later that night, Jesse's family's sitting around complaining about how hot it is. And the family must not own any shorts because even though it's 97 degrees in the house, none of them are dressed for it.
It is so hot in here.
Jesse's mom puts a blanket over the birdcage, and one of the birds kills the other, gets out, attacks the family, bursts into flames, and it dies.
So he's having a nightmare?
Obviously.
No, this really happened. His dad thinks that there could be a gas leak that causes birds to burst into flames, but somehow doesn't have the flames engulf the home where the gas is built up.
Look, we have reason to believe that there might be something very strange going on here.
And when they realize that's stupid, he thinks it may be cheap bird seed.
It's that cheap seed you've been buying.
Stop it, you're being ridiculous.
And when he realizes that's stupid, he thinks that Jesse put a cherry bomb up the bird's ass, even though he didn't go near it until it attacked the other one.
That's impossible.
Later that night, Jesse goes to a gay bar, and when he sees one of the students that hate him, the coach that keeps making him and Grady do push-ups together goes right up to him.
Daddy can't help you now.
Then the coach takes him to the school and makes him run laps because gym coaches have complete authority over you after school hours.
Screw your piss.
While he's showering, Coach Schneider's attacked by a bunch of sports equipment, and he's towel whipped, which I doubt he minded.
Guy gets his rocks off like this.
But then he's killed by Jesse with Freddy's glove, and he dies.
Nice ass.
The police then find Jesse wandering around naked and take him home where his dad thinks he's on drugs. But at school the next day, Jesse finds out that the coach was really murdered and knows it wasn't just a nightmare.
Wait, the police don't question him?
No, they don't see any reason to question a student who was found wandering around naked, most likely between the school and his home, who had multiple punishments from the victim just in the past week. There's nothing suspicious about that at all.
It's an unsolved murder, and I don't like unsolved murders.
Especially when you realize that the clothes should still be at the gym.
Got bloody footprints all over the place.
But that night, Freddy's glove is in his drawer again, and Freddy tells him to kill for him. So he puts on some clothes and wanders into his little sister's room. Because, if you're gonna murder your little sister, you can't do it in your underwear. That would just be weird.
Don't look at me like I'm some fucking fruitcake or something.
But when he gets to her room, he sees her jumping rope to Freddy's song. so he leaves her alone, but probably should be wondering where her furniture went.
No bed?
I don't sleep.
In the morning, he yells at his dad for buying a creepy house without telling them what happened there, and his mom is on his side until they freak out Angela and she tells them to shut the fuck up. But the dad defends himself and the toaster catches on fire.
Hundreds of people a year get killed like that, honey.
On the way to school, Lisa tries to convince Jesse that he didn't kill Schneider and that he psychically dreamt it. Then she takes him to Freddy's old workplace, which is abandoned, and she tells him about Freddy and tries to get him to have a psychic vision. Instead, they find a mouse. But that night, he wanders into his sister's room again, so he starts gobbling caffeine pills, which is something people named Jesse are known to do.
I'm so excited! I'm scared!
At school, Grady tries to make plans with him, but he says that he can't go to Lisa's party because he's grounded.
I think my grandmother down a flight of stairs.
And at the party, Lisa's mom gets her dad to go up to bed, even though the party's supposed to end at 12:30. And at the exact second they turn off the bedroom light, they pump up the music and start cheering.
Teenagers are stupid.
Got no argument with that.
Lisa ditches her friends to find Jesse hiding out in the pool house, and because he wants to leave, they end up fooling around. All of a sudden, his tongue gets real freaky, so he fucks off.
Listen, I'm gonna leave. I'm not into this.
You sound like a gay.
But he ends up sneaking into Grady's bedroom.
Are you a boy kissy boy?
There, he confesses to killing Schneider, and Grady's like, okay, well why don't you spend the night, buddy?
Are you out of your mind?
So he promises to watch Jesse and not go to sleep, but when he can't find anything on TV, he's like, whatever, and goes to bed.
You shit.
But before he can go to sleep, Jesse says it's happening again, and Freddy's knives start coming out of his fingers.
What the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
Grady tries to run away, but he can't open the door, and his dad can't open it from the other side either, probably because he's not turning the handle. But Jesse turns completely into Freddy and attacks Grady, and he dies.
Daddy can't help you now.
Then Jesse's himself again, and cries until he hears the cops and climbs out the window.
You have a sane explanation for what he did?
He then goes back to Lisa's party to confess to killing Grady and Schneider, and she's like, you can't be possessed, I want to bang you. So she gets Nancy's diary, and in it, it says that Freddy can be fought off since he's created from their own energy.
But didn't Nancy end up in a loony bin?
Yes, she did. But that doesn't mean it's not true. Maybe she just really didn't want to stop him from killing her boyfriend or mom that much.
How can you say I don't take her death seriously?
But then everything at the party starts getting hot. Like the uncooked hot dogs they left out to go bad burst into flames, and the little tiny wagon full of beer starts to explode, even though there shouldn't be any beers at all, since these teenagers were so excited to have a party after her parents went to sleep.
Am I drunk?
And Jessie turns back into Freddy, and Freddy bites her ankle like a yappy dog.
I'd keep a short leash on him if I were you.
So she grabs a knife from the cake they didn't bother to serve their guests, but Freddy can't be stabbed. So Jessie's able to momentarily overpower Freddy, and he fucks off.
Where'd he go?
Then all the weird shit stops happening, until Freddy pops back up in the backyard, kills a guy, the pool starts boiling, fires start erupting, and no one can escape because the fence burns them.
Hey, now cut that out.
So after Freddy guts some dude, this guy tries to talk him down, but Freddy throws him against the grill, and he dies. Then Lisa's dad comes out with a shotgun aimed at Freddy, knowing children are behind him.
Oh, Eddie, they're kids.
I know they're kids.
And when he shoots, he kills the potato salad.
You know what he did? He used a goddamn cherry bomb.
But when he goes for a shot at Freddy, Lisa stops him, and then she stares at Freddy, and he fucks off.
I feel like a jerk.
Lisa then steals Jessie's car and goes to Freddy's old kill site and finds bulldogs with cherub faces that are poorly guarding the door.
What's a beaker?
After she gets past them, she sees a whole bunch more freaky shit and then runs into Freddy. She then runs away from the person she came to find until he traps her. And when she tries to save Jessie, she believes that their love for each other can overpower the supernatural being.
How long have they been together?
Officially, a couple hours. But they've known each other for as long as it would take someone's dad to get mad at them for not unpacking.
It's like a week.
But it works, and Freddy can't kill her, and he catches on fire, and he dies. But the body starts moving, and removes its face, revealing Jessie underneath.
My God, it is hot as an oven in here.
The next morning, Jessie leaves for school, gets on the bus with Lisa, and her bestie talks about how great the party where a bunch of people died was. And then Freddy's hand bursts through her chest, and she dies.
You don't even know my name.
So he's still dreaming.
Well, they are on a bus when he has a car, but you should probably look at the whole thing being a dream, since in his first dream, he made himself look like the quiet kid in class who needs to shampoo his hair real bad. And when he wakes up, he's the new kid in school who already has the popular rich girl eating out of the palm of his hand.
Are you mounting her nightly or what?
I mean, you're telling me this house and this house are in the same neighborhood? Come on. That house is not even in walking distance for this rich girl to hoof it to get a ride in his piece of shit car.
The deadly dinosaur?
Jesse, this is not happening.
He's just having a bad dream.
I don't know why you're wasting the time with this guy's a basket case.
I'm in trouble. and I need you to help me.
He needs professional help.
How can you help me?
I just feel he needs help and we don't know how to give it to him.
All right, man. What do you want me to do? What are you gonna do for me?
Help yourself, fucker! You are all my children now.
9, 10, never sleep again.
It's all over.